to the Hebrews. Well, is it a letter? Probably not. When you look at Hebrews in a little bit of detail, you easily see that Hebrews is hardly a letter. It does not have the beginning of a letter. It does not mention the author or the people to whom it's written. It just begins with a very beautiful long sentence. And Hebrews very clearly, when you read it, is a sermon. Potentially, the text of that sermon was Psalm 110. But I'll leave the rest of that for you when you come to hear my teaching on the book of Hebrews at level 5. What exactly Hebrews is based on, what text it is. Is it a book written by Paul? A sermon written by Paul? Well, probably not. It's so different from Paul's letters. Not that it contradicts Paul, but just the whole approach to things and the vocabulary is so different from Paul's normal writing style that it's extremely unlikely that Paul wrote this letter. And that's not necessary, of course. There were other very capable people in the early church who could write and preach just as well as Paul could. Can we then know who wrote Hebrews? Not for sure. There's several intelligent guesses, several possibilities, but they're all based on the idea that we know the name of the author. It's equally possible that the author, of course, is a person who was unknown to us. If we want to go for somebody that we know the names of, there are suggestions like Apollos, very clever man, Barnabas, very clever man. But you know who was still more clever than Apollos? According to Acts 18, that's Priscilla, because Priscilla taught Apollos and had to explain him quite a few things. And so the brilliant suggestion by a great liberal scholar is that Priscilla is the author of Hebrews, and that is the very reason then why the letter is anonymous, because a woman at that time would not have been allowed to publish a letter like that under her own name. It's only a guess, but it helps us to think. What's Hebrews about? Well, clearly, the people that the author is writing to have got themselves in a big pickle. They are leaving the Lord Jesus behind. They're turning their back on him. It seems like they're reverting to Judaism. And Judaism was okay, but now that Jesus has come, of course, you can't just be Jewish without believing in Jesus as the Messiah. And that's what the author is very concerned about, that people will not give up on Jesus. They will remain believers in Jesus as well as in the God of Israel. And so Hebrews is passionate, much more passionate than any other writing that we have in the Bible, in fact, about stay faithful, hold on to the Lord Jesus. He is the perfect high priest. He is the one who accomplished everything for you. And why would you turn back to Judaism and turn back to having to bring sacrifices again and all those things and having circumcision and whatever? Jesus is the answer. And that's very clear in the book of Hebrews. It's a great book.